This is NHTV2, North Haven Government Television, a service of North Haven Community Television. The following program is brought to you through the support of the Town of North Haven.
Well, Happy New Year. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Welcome to the January special meeting of the North Haven Board of Police Commissioners. We're going to work through the agenda pretty quickly this evening so we can get to the main event, which is the swearing in of our newly promoted officers. My name's Dave Mons. I'm the chair of the commission. I have Vice Chair Larry Lazaroff to my left and Secretary Robin Wilson to his left, Commissioners Calafori and Alden Mead to my right. I hope everyone had a happy, healthy, and joyous holiday season, and again, thanks for joining us tonight. So may I have a motion to approve the minutes for the December 18th, 2018 meeting, both regular and executive session? So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. May I have a motion for approval of the monthly reports for December 2018?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Robin, any correspondence?
We have one letter from Yale New Haven Health thanking the thoughtful and generous gift given by the North Haven Police Department's Pink Patch Project fundraiser to the Closer to Free Fund for Smilow Cancer Hospital. Very, very nice letter, and thank you to all the people who donated.
Oh, great, that's nice. So I'm going to largely forego the chairman's report so we can move on to the chief's report and get to the main agenda item. I'll just note for the commission that on the budget that was circulated, there is a slightly more than $41,000 line item for equipment. That was a finance error, and it should have been charged to the building project, and that has since been corrected. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Chief.
Okay, just briefly, and again, I'll push through as well. We don't have a lot since we're in a small window period from our last meeting. But as a reminder, as we've been doing for the past several months at our meetings, we do remind our residents to lock their car doors, take their key fobs and keys out of their vehicles. Although we did have a dip in larcenies this past month, we don't want to have anybody drop their guard on that. We also want to remind people of the potential for the telephone and internet thefts. Those are really picking up on a regular basis. So just do not give anybody any of your personal information, period. Plain and simple. Any unannounced visitors at your home, don't let them in. All right, you need to confirm who they are, and they should have identity, and they should have a stated purpose. As mentioned, our budget, we are within our expectations, and as the chairman mentioned, there was a clerical error that kind of jumped off the page, and that should have been charged to our building and radio bond package, and it will be adjusted. At the same time, we did get our $21,000 reimbursement. That was for the money that we fronted for a vehicle that we had purchased out of our vehicle maintenance. A settlement was made. It went into the insurance fund, as I mentioned last month, and the finance director did agree with us that money should have been repurposed back to our vehicle maintenance account. Regarding next year's budget, we do have our workshop presentation. That's going to be on February 20th. That's a Wednesday. And the W.T. Beneri Scholarship, I have no request for consideration this month. As far as personnel updates, there's been some movement of personnel. Number one, because it's the beginning of the year, we've been shifting some people on in the past couple of years, but we also have some promotional opportunities here. Captain Remington will remain uniformed services. commonly referred to as our Patrol Division. Captain Lofquist has been assigned Professional Standards and Information Services and Training. Lieutenant Stavridis has been assigned to ISU, commonly referred to as our Detective Division. Sergeant D. Pascal has been assigned to Support Services, also referred to as Traffic. Sergeant Hill has been assigned to ISU, as well as Officer Capazzo. Uniform Services, ISU reports, I'll combine those. We did have an overdose this past month, and we did have a naloxone / Narcan save. The officers responded and revived the person. We also did have a pursuit of a stolen vehicle on January 1. We had terminated our part of that pursuit approximately 1 minute before it had crashed in Hamden. Unfortunately, the passenger in that vehicle did succumb to injuries that they had sustained, and that accident is being investigated by the Connecticut State Police. The nighttime burglaries have decreased a little bit. We did have 3 commercial burglaries at night this past month. And again, the vehicle burglaries that we had been having have also decreased, and actually we haven't had any since January 1. And our support services and traffic, the cruisers, they are scheduled to be outfitted. As of today, we're in queue because we're in the pipeline there. We're competing with other police departments in getting their cars outfitted as well. So we should have them, I'm hoping, by the end of January, at least the first week of February, we should have something on the road there. Our records, professional standards, and training, our 2 recruits that are currently at the Police Academy, one at Post in Meriden, one in Milford. They're both doing well. One I expect that will be graduating sometime, it should be the end of March, and we do have a seat, I was told today, for the April class in Meriden, so we already have a person for that. Officer Rich De Palma did graduate from the Police Academy on December 21. He is completing his 3rd week of field training. He's got 10 weeks to do. He's 3 weeks in, so he should be on his own, hopefully by our high holy day there of St. Patrick's Day, thereabouts. We also have the other things are basically in your packets if you want to refer to some of the finer details as far as the traffic stops and that. Our radio and building schedule, the construction of the new building has really gone into overdrive. They're really pushing it fast. Everyone here has had an opportunity, with the exception of Commissioner Wilson, and we're going to try to get her in this week, the end of this week, to walk through. Every week, it's the progress that they're making is really, it's really great to see. And hopefully, at the end of May, beginning of June, we should be able to have some furniture in there. I don't have anything for the executive session at this point, so I'll turn it back to the chair if wants to move ahead with the swearing in.
Yeah, did you, I don't know if you mentioned, did they initiate the Kalia review?
Yes, they
early
did.
January?
Yeah, we did well. I believe there were 2 minor hiccups, but they've been taken care of. And I received an email yesterday afternoon, I believe, from them. They were pleased with the outcome and their assessment. They do an electronic assessment,
Right.
and they're very pleased with the outcome of that.
Good, congratulations. Well, as we'll move to the last item on the agenda for the evening, I suspect the main, maybe the only reason many of you are here is to swear in our newly promoted officers. Stan Lofquist as captain, Matt Falcon as lieutenant, and Chris Spose and John Gaspar as sergeants. These officers, each of whom is incredibly talented, loyal, and devoted to serving the town of North Haven, are the ideal candidates to manage the department as we move forward in increasingly challenging times for law enforcement. I'm truly honored to be able to swear them in this evening. And just before we do, I'd like to notice First Selectman Mike Frieda and see if you'd like to say a couple words.
Thank you very much, David. Welcome, everybody. It's a great honor to be here this evening. I'd like to congratulate Christopher, John, Matthew, and Stanley on their promotions, as you will see shortly. Let's give them a round of applause. As the pendulum of policing continues to shift back and forth depending upon the issues within our respective communities, at the very foundation of our North Haven Police Department are the core competencies of fidelity, bravery, and integrity, and courage. Each of the wonderful men and women who serve this fine community demonstrate all of those qualities. I am very proud of our North Haven Police Department. I'm very proud of Police Chief Tom McLaughlin, Captain Kevin Glenn, this entire police commission here, and every single member of our wonderful department. And as we move forward, public safety will continue to be tremendously important to our town and will be also one of the core competencies on a continued basis of this administration. I thank you very, very much for being here, and I thank these wonderful men and women for serving our community. Again, let's give them a round of applause. And I see in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, another strong proponent of public safety here in town, our State Representative Dave Yacarino. Let's give him a round of applause.
So with that, if Stan Lofquist would please come up to the stage. You please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear that
I solemnly swear that
I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to
and allegiance to
the United States of America
the United States of America
and the state of Connecticut,
and the state of Connecticut,
and will support
and will support
the Constitution thereof.
the Constitution thereof.
I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
as a police captain of the town of North Haven.
as a police captain of the town of North Haven.
And I agree to obey and be bound
And I agree to obey and be bound
by such rules and regulations
by such rules and regulations
as are or may be made
as are or may be made
from time to time
from time to time
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
who's going to turn this off? So when the time drops, that's the hard part.
So if you can please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear that
I solemnly swear that
I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to
and allegiance to
the United States of America
the United States of America
and the state of Connecticut,
and the state of Connecticut,
and will support
and will support
the Constitution thereof.
the Constitution thereof.
I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
as a police lieutenant of the town of North Haven.
as a police lieutenant for the town of North Haven.
And I agree to obey and be bound
And I agree to obey and be bound
by such rules and regulations
by such rules and regulations
as are or may be made
as are or may be made
from time to time
from time to time
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
And prescribe the order for the other two, or should I just- Chris is going first.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear that
I solemnly swear that
I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to
and allegiance to
the United States of America
the United States of America
and the state of Connecticut,
and the state of Connecticut,
and will support
and will support
the Constitution thereof.
the Constitution thereof.
I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
as a police sergeant of the town of North Haven.
as a police sergeant in the town of North Haven.
And I agree to obey and be bound
And I agree to obey and be bound
by such rules and regulations
by such rules and regulations
as are or may be made
as are or may be made
from time to time
from time to time
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Raise your right hand, please. I solemnly swear that
I solemnly swear that
I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to
and allegiance to
the United States of America
the United States of America
and the state of Connecticut,
and the state of Connecticut,
and will support
and will support
the Constitution thereof.
the Constitution thereof.
I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
as a police sergeant of the town of North Haven.
as a police sergeant of the town of North Haven.
And I agree to obey and be bound
And I agree to obey and be bound
by such rules and regulations
by such rules and regulations
as are or may be made
as are or may be made
from time to time
to time,
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. So people are welcome to stay around, take some pictures. I think our work is done for the evening, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
The preceding program is brought to you in part through a grant from the Town of North Haven. Watch town meetings or other videos on demand at nhtv.com.